What's up, everyone? Welcome to No One Talks. LSU just lost to Texas A&M, 20-7. Oh my goodness. The game was very, very bad to say the least. Wasn't too exciting. I mean, both teams didn't play super well at all. LSU looked absolutely pathetic on offense. Texas A&M did not look good on offense at all. Texas A&M defense played pretty well. LSU's defense played pretty solid overall. But I just want to talk about the LSU offense to start off. Yikes! That gave me some flashbacks to 2014 back with Anthony Jennings back there. That was a pretty ugly performance by the offense. Just absolutely no rhythm, no consistency, doing something. Just looked ugly out there, you know. I watched the first, 3 possessions of the game, and offensive line is just letting free rushes hit the quarterback, hit TJ, and he has no time to even make a decision. And he's a true freshman as well, so it's not like he's going to make the right decision always, but give this guy some time. I mean, come on. I've stood by this. I think Liam Shanahan is so overrated. I mean, he's getting absolutely destroyed out there. On that first fourth down that we went for, I mean, you watch the replay, he's in the backfield getting absolutely blown up. I mean, he's just not physical enough for the SEC, just from what it looks like. He just needs to get stronger. He looks too big, he's got a lot of body weight on him, and I just don't see him having the ability just to keep up with the speed off the ball. You know what I mean? Those D linemen are just so fast, and I just feel like he's got too much weight, and he doesn't have the quickness to get in his steps and whatnot, get out in front of the defender. And, it's hurting, the quarterbacks back there, and it's hurting the offense. And it's not just him. I mean, Austin Daiculis got beat a few times. I mean, Chasen Hines probably had his worst game as an LSU Tiger, to be honest with you. Our interior offensive line is just pathetic. We definitely need to recruit there better. I mean, if you're a recruit watching that game, an offensive line recruit, you're probably just thinking oh, they need me. I want to go to LSU. You know what I mean? It's just, I think what it is just a lack of development we have there. I mean, last year we won the offensive line of the year, but I never really thought that we were that great, to be honest with you. I thought we were average to maybe above average, but not the best of that season. But man, the offensive line is just definitely the weakness of the team. I mean, just miscommunications, I feel like, every play, or just getting blown up, just not being physical off the ball, and it's just bad to watch. They look really bad out there. It looks Bush League. And it's killing the drives. As far as, TJ Finley, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what this guy is. He's been very inconsistent. He's a true freshman. I don't expect this guy to be great. But he played pretty well last week. I mean, he won us the game. And then he plays tonight just meh. He did not play well. He threw some, oh my goodness, just bad, just off his back foot, running backwards, throwing just not good at all. Making just terrible decisions, and the one pick six was such a bad decision, and then you see him run off the field and trying to ignore it. And the best part of the night for me was when Coach O went up to TJ Finley after he threw that interception and just got in his face, swearing at him, telling him, "You cannot throw that football." Right there, that showed me that this team is not about giving up and not really caring. As a freshman, no. He got in his ass, and TJ was salty about that. And hopefully he learns from that. And then they were switching back and forth with the quarterbacks. TJ went in, and, TJ started, and then Max came in. TJ Maxx, and TJ Maxx. That's literally what they sound like, TJ Maxx. So, and then Max Johnson came in the fourth quarter and played some garbage time and got a touchdown and got some yards, blah blah blah, whatever. The strength of the team, man, is our offensive skill positions. I mean, we're just loaded out there, absolutely loaded, and it's so difficult for us to get our players the ball. Running the football, I mean, we ran the ball. I think we had 36 rushing yards. Total offense was 267, so we had 231 passing yards. But running the football, we just weren't I don't know what goes on with this team. I didn't think we tried to run the ball enough tonight, to be honest with you. I really didn't think we did that enough. I thought we should have done that more. And our offensive line's obviously, our offensive line being the weakness of our team, it's going to be hard to run the football a lot. But I thought we should have tried to run the ball just a little bit more. And getting the ball to Terrace Marshall. I know it's so hard with these true freshman quarterbacks. It's hard to have that happen, but getting him the ball has to be a priority. Like, he's definitely the best overall player on offense, not defense. We have Stingley, but best overall player on offense, and getting him the ball has just got to be crucial and critical. And we did get in the ball, in the fourth quarter during garbage time, but whatever, that is what it is. I think he had 10 catches for a touchdown and over 100 yards, which is good, but those are kind of empty stats. And it just, having freshman quarterbacks are tough. They take ugly sacks. Max Johnson took terrible sacks tonight. TJ Finley made just poor decisions, and it's tough watching freshman quarterbacks, really, especially when you have two of them going at it. It's tough. So my biggest takeaway from this offensive performance is recruiting better in the offensive line. I mean, it's just bad. It's just absolutely just no effort. Just they're slow. They're just miscommunicate. It's bad. It's absolutely bad. We need to get talent out there. It just looks like they're not talented, players up front. And that's definitely my biggest takeaway is we got to recruit better. As far as quarterbacks, they're true freshmen. I don't expect them to be super great. They're going to get better with time. They need more reps. They didn't have a spring practice. We got to keep that in mind. And they're jumped straight into SEC play. Like, I'm not like super like, oh my God, this team. No, it's they're going to get better. It's just recruiting better on offensive line is absolutely critical for the future of LSU football. Like, seriously, offensively. Defensively, honestly, this is probably one of our best performances we've had. We held Texas A&M to 2 for 16 on third down, and that's a pretty solid Texas A&M offense. I mean, Kellen Mond's pretty good. I think he's been a starter there since he was a freshman, and he's got a lot of experience and whatnot. I know Texas A&M, and they haven't played in, they were saying 3 weeks, so obviously they were rusty. But I thought we played pretty solid on defense. I mean, our defensive line, I feel like they've gotten better throughout the season. They won the line of scrimmage for most of the game. I mean, we had that one big running play, but for the most part, I thought we did pretty well, like stopping the run. We had a few penalties on the defensive pass interference. But that was at the beginning of the game, and we started to settle as the game went on, and we played okay. I mean, they had that fourth down. They tried going for it, and Kellen Mond reached the ball over the line of scrimmage, and we forced that fumble. That was pretty cool. I mean, it's just I feel like the strength of our team has been our defensive line. Like, at this point in the season, we're doing well when it comes to stopping the run. I still think our slot corners and our safeties are just so atrocious. Like, they just cannot just stay in front of the guys they're guarding, and just miscommunicating and just getting penalties. And like, I feel bad for Derek Stingley because he'll be a top draft pick when his time comes. But man, he's playing with just some scrubs right now, man, who call themselves DBU. Micah Baskerfield, he's gotten better every week. He's getting more opportunities. He's playing pretty solid. Damone Clark played okay. I mean, he was damn near the reason why they scored that long touchdown run, was because he got out of his gap. But that's, I mean, what can you do? Defensively, though, this is definitely our best game all season. We're getting better, I think, but it's too late. Honestly, there's only a few games left, and we got that team from Tuscaloosa coming in next week, so that should be a great game to watch, and I'm looking forward to that. I say that sarcastically. We had that terrible special teams error, where hit our gunner, and they got the ball, and then they scored on that possession. I believe they might have done that. Man, I'm grateful to be an LSU fan because I get to watch something I love, and nights like these it is tough because it was an ugly loss. It didn't really seem like there was a lot of juice to it. I mean, right now I'm not really like super sad that we lost. I'm just kind of more like meh at the whole like game. I really just wish that we just had a little more effort on offense and up front, especially. Just that's what I really want. And I know we lost so many players from last year, and I know I always say that, but I look at it from a glass half full perspective of we have the future. We have a lot of talented players. Our recruiting is going absolutely amazing right now. I can't think the last time it's been this good. Just need to recruit those trenches and get the offensive line stronger and better. As far as this whole like Fireball Pelini, I've been reading going to tigerdroppings.com and just seeing what people are saying. They're all like Fireball Pelini fire. I don't know. I don't know if after 1 year you make that decision to fire a coordinator, especially one with the pedigree like him. Like he's a solid coordinator. I think that we should not make any move like that, especially in a pandemic year. I think it's just this team needs to just practice together. I mean, dude, no spring ball, barely any spring ball. Then you get straight into camp, and then we need just time together and just practicing and developing these players. Like this year has been just a learning year for so many players, and we're on the right track. It's just got to be us being patient and just being optimistic as fans and whatnot. Like Coach Joe's a good coach. Like he'll get us back to a championship. It's just being patient and just sticking to who LSU is, Overall, though, I think LSU's got a bright future. I think A&M they're the 5th ranked team in the country. They're a good team. They played great on defense. LSU's gonna get there, guys. Everyone just be patient and hang in there.